Yeah, so when I was 8 years old, my parents took me and my sisters over to Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand just to experience what the world was really like.
My name's Andrew Merry. I'm the Church and Partner Relations Manager for Queensland, Compassion Queensland. Compassion Australia is part of Compassion International, which is an international child development and advocacy organisation working with children in poverty in 26 different nations around the world. The main aspect would be child development centres, which is child sponsorship. And so we'll be visiting those centres, seeing the kids in the centres and generally just see the conditions that they live in and how they live.
This whole trip's about opening the kids' eyes to something different, different ways of life, different cultures, and just to burst the bubble of their comfortable lifestyle.
The issues are mainly to do with corruption in the Philippines. It's greed, basically, because there is a higher standard of living, but the gap between the rich and the poor is growing. So the rich are getting richer, but the poor aren't. And so the whole trickle-down theory that most of the world believes is going to happen just does not work. And so you get the poor that are still very, very poor, and they're still living on less than $1 a day for families. The other thing is that the government has a difficult job because there's 7,100 islands in the Philippines, and so it's very difficult to get infrastructure on that many islands. Obviously, logistically, it's a very hard thing. So when people live more remotely, they're going to be more disadvantaged.
When I first rocked up, I was expecting it to be just a little gathering of people. Stepped out of the car and there was like 50 people.
I don't know if that's just it.
And we're greeted by all the Filipinos and all the support team.
Kids everywhere, we're just getting stuff put on us everywhere, all bracelets and stuff all around our necks. It was really cool, felt really important.
Kind of went in and they just had like this massive table of food and
Crab, rice,
And chicken and all type of food. It was delicious.
boy there named Jennifer. Boy or girl, I'm not totally sure, but he or she was really good at dancing and singing, and that was like kind of moving because he was just really talented and couldn't show it in any way to a lot of people, so it was good to see that.
Seems like everybody's got a price. I wonder how to sleep at night. When the suits come first and the truth comes second, just stop, admit it and smile. Why is everybody so serious? Acting so damn mysterious. Get shades in your eyes and your will so high that you can't even have a good time. Everybody look to the left. Everybody look to the right. Can you feel that? Yeah, we paid him love tonight. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Ain't about the cha-ching, ain't about the bling, bling. Wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we've seen heaps of like the houses and stuff that everyone lives in the whole trip, but you don't really realise how hectic it is until you're invited inside and get to talk to the people.
It was pretty crazy how they live. I didn't even see any mattresses in there or anything, and that's where they sleep, I think. Yeah, so yeah, she was going to school, but the older brother was taking her every day to school and back, and he passed away. It's pretty crazy.
This is what used to be Peter's home.
So they lived here?
Yes.
And then the typhoon came and the house collapsed? When was that?
There's nothing really left of it now, just a couple of leaves, and so they've had to relocate to their mother-in-law's home. And I thought we were walking up to a big house, and I thought, oh yeah, this isn't too bad. And then we turned left and ended up rocking up this tiny little house with like holes in the wall, and the ground was ankle high or deeper with water, and just the more it rains, the higher the water levels get.
So how many people living in here at the moment? Okay. 4. And does the water get any higher than this? It gets higher. How high?
It's when heavy rains
It's a...
transferred to the house of her mother.
Yeah, that was probably the best it's been for the rain. The rest, like on the worst days, they said it's like knee high, and that's just, you can't even live there. That's just ridiculous. We gave them a bag of food, and they were just so thankful and like just so ecstatic.
She's very happy, but she is in tears. Tears of joy.
It's just crazy how they live.
The dad was just talking about how he struggled to support his family, and because he was only riding a tricycle for a living, so he was only making like $3 a day, and rent was like $2, and he was just getting really emotional about it when he was talking about it, and I just saw the tears in his eyes and I just broke down. I couldn't hack it, it just broke my heart to see him like that and in front of his family and all of us, and I just wanted to just go give him a big hug because it was just so heartbreaking.
Really good experience. It was just really sad. I almost had a little cry, but everyone was watching, so I didn't want to shed a tear in front of all the boys. But no, it was good. Yeah, it just makes you want to help out more and just spend all your money on them, really. But I know one little thing can do a difference, and that's what I want to try and do, and somehow.
I looked at everything in a different way. I was just more happy to be walking, just being healthy, being Australian, just happy for being alive.
I think today was really, really good. I think it went really well. I think the experience of going to a compassion project was impacting on everybody who went. It's always impacting on me because of the love of the people, and it just brings out the best in you because they're so eager to have a relationship with you and to please and they've got an innocence about them that really is just lovely. And I think that the guys experienced that, and it brought out the best in them, so that their reactions were innocent and their reactions were real, and then you start hearing their hearts. And as some of them said, they were tearing up at some stages just over what was going on. And I think that's great in young guys to be able to be that honest.
Yeah, prior to visiting the first house that we went to today, the Compassion project manager, Nancy, she was just giving us a bit of a rundown as we were getting out of our little trucks, just about the family, and I guess giving us a bit of background information just so we were aware of the situation when we went in there.
The house that we are going to be visited is a special child. Mm-hmm. The husband is very irresponsible and drunkard. When this Marlon Hontong is in the womb of the mother get crazy and being abused by the husband. So when the baby got born, something wrong in his mind. So now he is a special child, but we always get this child to the developmental pedia twice a year. So praise the Lord, because there is development of the child.
Okay.
We really help this child. Then the mother died last year.
So there was seven children in the family originally, but then most of the older kids have been married now and aren't with the family. So
at early stage, married.
Yeah, Marlon?
Marlon.
Yeah, Marlon hasn't had, they don't always get food every morning. He finds it pretty hard to concentrate at school.
What type of work have you been doing throughout your life? Have you been farming or...?
As of now, farming. Labor only. Farming and labor.
So no permanent work.
No permanent work, yeah.
What do you usually eat for dinner or food? What do you have for food?
Just a little. Not so much.
How do you get food if you have no money?
At the same time, I have no money.
We have no money, so we cannot eat. If there is work.
If there is work, we can eat. but don't no work, no eat. No. That is this is my situation of my life.
us pause for a moment of silence and offer our prayer to the Lord. Abandon ship procedure. First, block off your nose with your right arm. Securely tie and hold it down. Look straight ahead. Jump feet first. Then cross and keep feet together. Check below to avoid obstructions.
half-hearted stare. I call out to something unknown. It tells me to run away and that I should know. Everything there is to know.
Got him.
Avocado.
So make another, and you know the lights can make me so high. I leave, I got a bit of spot in all of you. I heard it from the grapevine of your pockets. And did you know I wait for people at the parlor? And you knew the love we made in my apartment. Oh no, wait, while I sit and stand and wonder, I get the feeling that I didn't know. So hit the corner, and you know my blood, it bleeds the same pride. I bleed until the dimes turn into quarters, 'cause you know we gotta eat in this you know I wait for people at the parlor, and you knew the love we made in my apartment. Oh no, wait, while I sit and stand and wonder, I get the feeling that I didn't know. As long as my lips can see the side of daylight, you'll find another soon, recover from your daytime blues. You'll drink the fountain in the morning if it tastes right, and sing the songs of freedom like my father said to do. Ring around the road, and I'll show you where to go. Ring around the bright lights, we'll drop the bombs and sing the songs over and over.
I think the trip has been really successful for the young guys. From what they've been saying and the feedback that they've been giving us, they've learned a lot. I think that it's opened their eyes to a lot of stuff about who they are and in relation to the way the world is. And I think that's the aim of the whole thing. It's been good.
We went and visited the compassion camps, done 4 home visits all up it was, and visited a couple of schools and just went and seen what it was like to be a Filipino sponsored child, I guess, to just see it in their type of way.
We've been visiting a lot of the sponsored children's homes, and that's been just like a real eye-opener for me, just to see how they can live off so little.
I thought it was going to be more like look into people's houses that were just like normal houses but just a bit poor. I didn't know it was going to be just filthy houses, little tiny room with no beds or anything.
And then we went off and visited them at their school. I think that was Friday Arvo, and that's when I really saw how stoked they all were. We just kind of came in and they're all just frothing, and then we played this massive game of soccer with them, and they just all the kids had these massive grins, and they were just running around and giving you high fives and stuff, and they were just so amping.
Kids had little spiders, little matchbox stick thing with spiders in it. It was really cool, and they fight spiders. I know it's pretty cool what they do for fun. I know them kids are they're just so happy and stuff, and then they got nothing, and then there's kids at home and they got everything, and they're just doubting themselves and just so angry all the time, and yeah, it's kind of stupid really.
Poverty is something that robs you of value, robs you of significance. Poverty says you're nothing. Poverty says you'll never get anywhere. And when you have somebody who is supporting you out of love, telling you that you're something, telling you that you're loved, telling you that you're significant, that makes a huge difference.
Before we got there, I didn't think that it was that important to them. They'd be, oh yeah, I got a sponsor. I didn't think they'd really understand it, but when we got there, you could ask them, oh yeah, what's your sponsor's name? And they'd list the name and where they're from, and just everything so perfect. It must mean so much to them, the support that their sponsors are giving them through compassion.
The last 3 days have just been massive, and yeah, it didn't really hit me until actually seeing these kids and what they were going through, and just made me sad.
but you could definitely see that there's a future for him now, just because of compassion and Andrew and what he does. You can just see how dedicated Andrew and Nathan are.
All those areas are really, they have a really strong belief in Christianity and Jesus and stuff, and they really have a lot of faith in it, and it's working for them. They have nothing and they have so much hope.
I don't know, this trip's really like made me closer to God, really. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, it just makes you think a lot about yourself more and try and answer questions that you haven't answered before. And yeah, it's definitely changed me a lot. I hope I can keep that when I'm at home and just have way more respect for my family, my friends and stuff, and yeah, be happy with what I got and don't complain what I don't have.
Time, running out of time, running like a deer upon